Greetings everyone, this is me again, Zahra, ex-Muslim, Ex-Shia. Now, the thing is that I'm also going to do something for the weak, right? Crushed spirits, which the Christians are not doing anything for whom the Christians are not doing anything on this YouTube. These Christians, they're really gone wild, crazy, bashing Islam, laughing, making Islam a laughing stock. All this. And whether Christian Prince cries himself out of YouTube or not. But the Muslim is to be blamed for threatening and abusing Candide with Lubna. Lubna, that is. So I've had enough here. None of these Muslims would, Christians also would want to understand. They come like psychos. Like when Dennis came here and I've banned him. And now I'm going to show you from Bible verses. Let's see. Are they going to act like Muslims as usual? Like Dennis and all. Houston Euler, the psycho, I call him. He's another psycho. So when I saw psycho, a lawyer, a Pakistani Lahori, Punjabi, the feet left, the feet left my, the ground left my feet. You see? So, but these Christians are going on, and this Houston Euler should go to the some whatever he believes in, but start praying for him. They are gaslighters and all this, and this is no less than being a criminal. It's a crime against humanity. There are people who, okay, my voice raises and all this, and they go. These people like Christian Prince and all, they are invincible. Rob Christian, Adam Seeker, right? And they're thugs on their, oh, so many followers and making fun and enjoying this in a group. You know, it's like being in a group and bullying people, making fun of people. I've seen that happen when the person is rich and is a covert narcissist. I've seen this in families. Rich people coming together and snubbing the poor, the weak, walking over them. And all they need is entertainment. They can't be alone with themselves at peace. Neither can I right now, and have been, because I'm not alone. I'm always with someone here. In my privacy has been violated. And so, yeah, there are, it's very difficult to trust your own self, let alone others. Now you see how Christianity can be used for worldly convenience. We saw that the Christians have integrated with the Jews, the secular system in such a way. And then who are they? Who are you to then say something on this against the Muslims? Who are you? Right? So, 1 Corinthians, no, Bible Hub, no. Look at the whole, this. So on this, yes, say things. I also say things academically and all. Islam is false, extreme against extremists, against any Muslim. Like in my country, in my mother's country, Pakistan, who even tortures, gives pain to a woman. In Islam, we were told this is like not acceptable, and all Muslims should like get up and do their best. but don't be there when help you do, like don't interfere too much, be nosy about the problem is we go into that, and we don't properly take action. We gossip that the wife left the husband and this and that, but to stop this gossip. And if you know, if you can't help, then don't say anything, right? Stop gossiping in this way, but like reach out where in a proper way. That wisdom, that discretion, that kind of a thing we don't have. Like, oh, see, and change the things that we can change. But it's difficult, I understand. At times, like I couldn't find a solution for some things in my life, personal issues. Um, but then that door was closed, and I thought, okay, there's a slight opening here. I was seeking the truth. And so if I can help here the Muslims, I can't help there, then someone would say from my own relatives, people that I know, right? Oh, that she can't solve her problems and she knows how to advise people. Like, for example, here, what I'm doing, right? I couldn't save my mother. I understand that. And maybe it's a losing battle. Maybe here also, what I've tried to do, like, for example, I was telling myself some time ago that, you know, Rabbi Simon, you found such a great man, right? Forget who he, what he, from which religion he belongs, but see the man, what he's saying. And he wants like, he's helping people, lifetime, life coach and all this, right? So to see that, but you know, I felt that I was sinking and yet overwhelmed by what he was saying, because it really resonated with me. This is what I would love and wish for the world, for everyone, and myself and my family members. But I just couldn't. I failed. It backfired. Feeling it backfired so badly. So, anyways, शराफत की बोली तो आजकल क्रिश्चियंस भी नहीं समझते हैं the you know the appeal of the hearts. um, their style is so cold and so terrible. It's not for me. I already have this nervous and my ego, you know, this my condition is such that I should not be subjecting myself to even controversial issues. But of course, I'm doing this. It's a very risking my life on Islam. And of course, we have our terrible, terrible people, bad apples, like Lubna would brought this up. So thanks to Lubna, bad apples, we have terrible people, hypocrites. We have our share in Islam. So as a Muslim now, but I feel, you know, like I talk like when I was a Muslim. So it doesn't mean I'm a Muslim still. But the thing is, like, for example, the weakness, my weakness, I was thinking, now, if I wasn't that in with integrity, or, you know, I wanted to cheat and show the Christians, then this is the right time. This is the right time opportunity I have. There's Abdullah Hashim. I could use him against the Christians, right? And he just wants peace for all and all this. And I could say, you know, I could even pretend to be on say the Shahada with and say, yes, I accept your covenant and become a Muslim from his side. But I'm not doing that. So that thought came in my mind, that devilish thought. And I said, no, I can't do this, but I need someone like Abdullah Hashim, definitely. You see, now alone doing this, my whole body, I have to do some work, very urgent. Uh, no, I can't, but I really do appreciate what he's doing for the world. Abdullah Hashim. The only thing is that I can't become a Muslim. I will not take the Shahada. So I looked at this new one who has joined, and I just felt sick. I couldn't do it with him. I couldn't bear the Shahada, new follower and supporter of the Mahdi. I just felt sick. So I could use Abdullah Hashim and the Mahdi as a period. You see, he's for Allah. The only thing is, why is he um, leave my people? But will the people leave Abdullah Hashim? Will the people leave Israel, Jews? Right? This is another thing. Will Hamas leave? And will the Arabs take these Gazans? So Netanya is, the prime minister. See again, I forget. So he's told Netanya to leave my people. And what about 7th October, Abdullah Hashim? And what about the time that, where were you? Where were you when the Shias were being killed? Persecuted and all this in Pakistan, and where this woman, lady, uh, child marriage in Islam and all this, right? So I have to remind myself, you see, in my weakness, so I need to keep my integrity and check myself. Because in this weakness, of course, I don't know, but I don't want to cheat. I pray to God. I don't trust myself. As a Muslim, I was praying to God then when I realized that, yes, you can't even trust your own shadow and you never know. Because we were told, like, Imam Ali, he could fight the kuffar and all. There's a little pressure on us, peer pressure, we break and we give in. Little bully, we break and we let them. Some of us let them. The group I've seen in school also. I was bullied when I was bullied in school. And then then I met him later on, and he was like, "No, no, I really admired your tennis shoes, sneakers." So he was Pakistani, and his friend. There. So he came to Karachi American School later on, and I said, you both used to bully me and all this. Anyways, I don't want to talk about that. Now there's some network problem, buffering and all. And now I'll show you, yeah, I better do this before. I don't think they want me to talk too much. And in this condition, I don't know, maybe the air doesn't want me to talk too much. So you see, here, oh, the Bible.com, 1 Corinthians 6, chapter 6, verses 1 to 8. If any of you have a dispute with another Christian, how dare you go before heathen judges instead of letting God's people settle the matter? Don't you know that God's people will judge the world? God's people will. Don't you know that God's people will judge the world? Right? Well, then, if you are to judge the world, aren't you capable of judging small matters? Do you not know that we shall judge the angels? Right. Oh, who's going to judge the angels? Like, angels are innocent beings, like they're higher realm, they're obedient. What is this going on, right? So, and then there's a contradiction here. In Matthew 7, which verse is this? Jesus Christ says, do not judge, or you too will be judged. For in the same way you judge others, you will be judged. And with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? So this is from the Gospels, right, Matthew. Now, this is Jesus is saying in Corinthians, I haven't actually, who is saying this, right? But this is from the New Testament. After the Gospels, then Corinthians is there in the New Testament, not the Old Testament. So it's about Christians, right? Telling them not to judge. Not to go to judges, settle your disputes with the church or the saints, or what is this, right? So let me not be use words on my. One Christian goes to court against another, unless unbelievers judge the case. So you see how I've read this out in my previous live stream, 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verses 1 to 8. Now, another point is that the Christians, they've integrated with the Jews and and the secular system, and they've used, you see, this religion of theirs can be used for convenience. It can be bent and all this, right? On one hand, Jesus Christ saying, do not condemn, for thou shalt be condemned. Do not judge, for thou shalt be judged. All this. On the other hand, we have Jesus also saying, settle your cases before your brother takes you to court and to the judge, and you will have to pay your last penny. That also in the gospel is the same. And here it's more like it explains in detail who should be the judge and which judge to go to. And so we see all these contradictions and the Christians using and then blaming on this point. Why would the Christians blame the Muslims that they haven't integrated with the, here it seems if I was a true Christian, right, and if I was in Europe or America or somewhere, I would say no, I can't do this, right? And I would maybe, although I do, my nature is not like that for myself, but I would kind of question my Christians, like, why are you? This is this is not prohibited. This is not allowed. Sorry, it's prohibited that you go to the court. You shouldn't be taking cases to the court. You should settle it among yourselves. Go to the saint or the priest or someone. At least I can say this because of my religion, Christianity. If I was a Christian, meaning. So reading this is enough. Like I read, Jesus Christ says, if you call your brother a fool or good for nothing, be prepared for damnation. So I had to be careful. Oh my God. We say all these things like, are you mad? And I also like someday, Daddy, are you mad? I didn't say this, or, like, don't say this. So I have this friendly thing with my father. And sometimes, in Urdu or in our language, yeah. My father would say, "Are you mad?" Or my aunt would say, "Are you mad?" Like, so this also should stop in our, you know, as Muslims, if we believe in some of the like the Bible and that has not been distorted. So I really liked, anyways, as a Shia, I really concentrated on what Jesus Christ was saying. And I said, "Oh my God, I should never like call anyone a fool or something, or a good for nothing, or are you mad?" I didn't think of this like, "Are you mad?" I didn't mean it, but even then, in our language, we should stop saying this. And "Kahan mar gayi ho? Kahan mar gayi?" Like, where have you died to? Where have you disappeared? I didn't see you for such a long time in Urdu. "Kahan mar gayi?" But it's on, but that's just another example and doesn't go with what I'm saying. So there's a contradiction what Jesus said and what has been said in 1 Corinthians, contradiction, and more so, judging the angels. These poor angels, they're not accountable, right? We know this from our religion. I don't know about the Bible verses on angels, like Archangel Michael, or just the lesser angels. You'll have to judge the angels. Sorry, I really now I've had it. So um, before, as a Shia Muslim, we do not go questioning people's religions. And I felt this was unethical that even my Muslim friend was coming, ex-friend, and giving me all these against Shia Islam. And if you have to question your friend or talk about something, say it. I don't like this indirect kind of ways, dishonest ways, dubious ways. I think they are. Be honest. Put if you're talking to a friend, and if you want to talk to her about religion, or keep your religion personal. But in our this thing, we would it was bad manners, and to grab an opportunity and say, "Oh, once coming out of church, Easter church, question." I wasn't a Christian, but just with my just going there because I started to go there due to some reason, and then I started to go there because Bibi Mariam was on, and I always like if Bibi Mariam wants me to go to church, she will call me later on like this. So I used to just go to church, and I had friends there and all. But the main reason was that Bibi Mariam, I loved and revered, gave me such a miracle. So I used to, just to go to church. That's my personal matter, and no one has the right to question me on that. But I'm just saying it. Okay. So don't cross the line. Know your limits, because we don't ever intended to cross lines with other religious people, never putting their religion down or bagging on an opportunity to say how great my religion is, that Imam Hussein's disciples didn't leave him in Karbala, and why did Simon Peter at the third crock of the crow said, denied Jesus. And then we are told that how many Christian saints have held on to the religion and gone through so much torture and torment, unbearable, unbelievable, yet they remained Christians. When Jesus was alive, Simon Peter, Jesus says to Simon Peter, right? So let me get my English words and all. Um, Simon, Simon, you will deny me. And then I showed you how many times on Luke 19:27 that this is not the true Messiah of Jesus, of the Jews, even. And it shows that Jesus didn't even fulfill the complete prophecy of Zechariah 9. Only that they themselves say that he fulfilled the prophecy of Zechariah 9, this one verse, and even a part of it, not the whole verse. So see how they lie. Truly, I tell you, Matthew 26:34. And we have these Christians, they psychos, huh? They are can really uh, aggravate, make you nervous the way they talk. And then Christian Prince is saying, I would not abuse and all this. And once I was abusing greatly, called Toffer and all. Later on, I went to Christian Prince, say, yeah, I would never do this kind. Yes, he doesn't abuse in the way I abuse, but he hasn't been since childhood, what I have been through. And so you see how callous Christian Prince is. Maybe he's born in a covert narcissistic family and he's learned to be like this, strong. There are cousins of mine who have learned to be strong. Maybe, for example, my grandmother would be very bad with us because her son's children and the uh, daughter's children, she would be very nice with. So they've learned to integrate in this with this family, right? And they don't mind. They could be like that, and they don't mind. Their nerves don't wreck. They have the stamina. So, and they integrate, like if the jokes and all, and you know, and their uncles and all don't pick on them. The only ones, even the uncles, our uncles pick on us. The, the brothers' children, and taunting and all this happens and argumentative about us, picking on us. Hmm? Since childhood. So you see, you have to see the background and all this. Year 2000, what happened to me? There were voices now of uh, abuse and all this. See, the Christian Prince doesn't care. He only cares what he has to deliver. He only cares about that. He doesn't care about humanity. Uh, right now, maybe it'll take me 20 years. He's 20, 30, 40 years ahead of me. But before that, I'm going to die any time and disappear or go in coma or what? Go in the be hospitalized. Let me. So it took me to really put my foot down now after 21 and 26 years and say, I don't want to see this friend anymore. I've had enough. Truly, I tell you, Jesus answered this very night, before the rooster crows, you will disown me 3 times. Peter said to him, even if all, Simon Peter or Peter? Okay, I thought it was Simon. Um, it's Peter. This also. Okay, this Simon Peter also, so I get confused. Sorry. And I thought it was Simon. So is this Peter Simon? Anyways, I apologize for the mistake. So this also. And I myself, I'm saying I don't know when I'll change because I've seen it horrific. When I left Karachi and I thought someone was connecting to me, a powerful lady. I cried my eyes. I thought my eyes, um, I was, I was crying there like anything. Um, I had failed so bad. This is so the Christians here, like Rob Christian Prince, Atun Tosh, Adam Seeker, um, Sam Shaman. So, moreover, people are going to taunt. लोग ताना मुझे देंगे है किधर. This is my Shia, no, Marcia, that my grand aunt recited, and I'd recorded it on a cassette. So those days when we had the cassette tape recorder. Baby Zainab says that people will be taunting me. Where have you come? You destroy. Like, like you destroyed your brothers. Oh, where have you come? And all this. Back home, but in what condition? Um, all this. You see, they don't look below the skin, the surface. They're only on the surface. They don't look below the surface. These Christians also have seen like psychopaths like Christian Prince. And you see, will he come here? You see the game they are playing? He thinks like maybe, and he talks about the president and criticizing this president. Of course, yes, do that. But you yourself are a president. You've got your thugs coming here, and you think you are some hero legend, right? Even though there was a person who was saying Christian Prince are the best and all this, and he was saying, no, no, don't call me the best and all this. This is all fake nonsense. No, don't. He knows who he is, and he doesn't give a damn about anyone else but what he has to deliver like a devil. So the devil is very, very clever, and the devil could be in me too. I'm not saying that. So I pray that I don't become dishonest and cheat people in my weakness, but I cannot promise you, right? I could be like the Les Miserables. I can't say anything about this person, right? And how they judge and how they condemn. I go in a reverie thinking, yeah, society, Les Miserables. If I was this poor, and right now, if I didn't get the people helping me will be getting abused. And, you know, I, if I don't get what I'm addicted to right now in the shops, I say they remove it, right? So the people, the country that has helped me, that is, I would have been on the footpath in Karachi. I would be abusing. They're helping my father, my brother, me, three of us. My father was saying, like, pray that this country remains. You know how much? And more extra supermarket for the month free, petrol some every month, how much petrol free, how much supermarket free, and this and that. And this time I even went to that free supermarket, but feeling a little guilty, right? Because if I don't use that, it doesn't come in my account, it goes back to them. And then they were trying to tell, no, listen, no, this, and they're rich and very rich and they can afford this, and you're not giving them a loss and all. But let's say if I every month, if I go to that supermarket where they give us certain amount for free, I would be really feeling guilty. I was like kind of shy, and when the picture of my president and the prime minister and the ruler of the city, I was like at the cashier. I can't explain. I'm not good at it, but I do my best. So I don't know when I would be Les Miserables, like when he steals, right? By Victor, I could steal too in my weakness. But I'm just saying that what should be the thing that we should judge less, love, care more. I don't believe in love anymore. The love that I saw, I mean, it's if it's me, 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 and so when the person doesn't want it, ये दिल की बातें हैं and दिल मौलाना दिल आ गया हम क्या करें? What shall we do? We fell in love. This that. No. So later on, I realized, which I keep forgetting, what I realized is caring for another and making the life of another, even an elderly person, respecting their wishes. Don't just go overboard. When they don't, if they keep your heart open, if they want to come in, most welcome. Um, sir, aankhon pe, most welcome. If they want to leave your life, and when they want to go, leave. Okay, like that. So keep your heart's door open, keep your heart open. Let them in when they want to come in. Most welcome. And when they want to go, okay, God bless you, this and that. But I don't believe in love anymore. I didn't. And I forgot about this, how to say it. So recently, let me just, the thing is that no, the other person's rights and life matter, not yours. I mean, don't encroach on the, even if you love them, love has no right. Madness. But making lives, caring, respecting other people's wishes, making lives matter. Tara. So you would say I'm advised. I'm just saying what I realized, and then I keep forgetting how to put it, articulate it. So there are people who judge you, makes me want to cry, but I was the person who wouldn't cry. I look like a criminal in my childhood, also. Yes. So against Kilona. So they expected me. Uncle in London has taunted me for putting the tea in the saucer and drinking like that. We used to in Karachi. My grand aunt, just when I've reached, and he came in the kitchen, they would say, good person, decent, and all this. Later on, he had an affair. So, and remained uptight in my room. Started to hate that aunt of mine because my mother had the wish. And of course, moreover, she was married, although a stewardess of Saudi Airlines. That's why she could come to London. So since childhood, I've been disturbed and all this. Would for fight. I didn't fight her. I just put her in my bedroom because she was coming in the night after the discotheque. My mother wasn't even going there with them. Yeah. And I had to put there on a chit my paper, small, square paper. Poor wrote her husband's name, uncle's name. She said, she stood down at the stairs. We were on the, my bedroom is on the second floor, was on the second floor. She stood on the steps and she said, I know what you've written. And she's so like, I know what you've written for me in your bedroom without any guilt or anything. Yeah. Is the, by the way, like nothing's happened. Okay. Shia aunt, right? I know what you've written. No more the touch. Huh. Your hair flying in the sports car roof. Wow, she had that hair, right? Straight hair, and she had a height, and she was beautiful. And she had a figure also. But me being so small at that time, I didn't think of beauty or anything. But now I can tell you this. What a height she had. But she was taller than my mother, so um, with the wind blowing through your hair, I reach. So she was there for a short time, and then maybe my uncle was like singing this. It wasn't nothing at all. But he was a bachelor at this. They were saying what his friends and all were saying. And the one I think asked, when he was. So there was this from the. They made him like sit and what, and do their like. Upton, no, did they? Like, Askari uncle was joking. and saying, I think you should get married. Like, when are you going to? They make him sit like a doula groom in the house, and was it nothing at all? Oh my God, Askari uncle was such a great, decent, very decent. So this is my personal. It's come out. Was it nothing at all? Michael Damian. No more. So we have our share of Shias who are like this. Uh, when driving in my car. So she left. She left, but then a very beautiful Afghani, Samira was her name also. So we knew two Samiras in London, and this was my mother when she was studying training hairdressing course. Her friend, Afghani friend, told her that my daughter, can you just please visit, guest for some time living, you know, how do you say it now? I've forgotten my English also. But she was a great person. She wasn't married. The daughter of this Afghani friend of my mother, and so Samira auntie also, another Samira auntie, Samira Afghani, she came to live in our house. So मिल जाएंगे. Driving in my car with the run through your hair, with the wind blowing through your hair. I reach for you now, but you're not there. Was it not there at all? I'm being naughty. So, in in my childhood, you should have seen me. I could not laugh on this. Uh, Adultery is adultery. Very serious, like being loyal. So, bin pere, and of course, my life also, like in childhood, bin pere. So, hum tere, in Urdu movie, Hindi movies. So, I was supposed to marry this cousin of mine, and he ditched me later. But she'll wait for me, and then I will come, uncle, and marry your daughter. So much for child marriages. You know, the sister of this Shia, she has. So I found her apostate Leila. Found her channel again. I was looking for it when I used Imam Wissam Sharif, indicted by FBI. A letter to myself. I couldn't. Did I? Oh, I did. I think I had to pause some. Oh, yes. So I did watch the whole and listen to the whole poem. A letter to myself as a child bride. Wow. So, no, no, sorry. Look, the thing is that it's not wow, it's a horrific, terrorizing experience, scary, terrible, pathetic. But you know what I'm saying wow to? Ironically, right? I don't agree to it, ironically. That in Islam, there can be child brides. And I could have been a child bride, but never became a bride. Never had the chance to wear that white dress, bride's dress. And how this person, so my family, my father's family, did this thing against me, but not wow, wow, and I'm being very ironic. And this is like, so thank God I didn't become a child bride. But for some time, I was by my cousin. And because, he was 5 years older to me, or 6 years, 7 years older to me, and they came to London and all this, and because his father must, and his whole family must want him to be an educated PhD, double MBA, and American university. Although his father and my father were filthy rich, when my mother wanted to do the hairdressing course, but open a salon parlor in Karachi, coming from London, he brought all this stuff. My father said to my mother, "No, you don't have to work. I will. I सात पुश्तों को मैं बिठा के खिला सकता हूँ." I'm translating because my father's language is also kind of Khoja Muscati. I have to. My mother's is Khoja Sindhi, and we call the Luati. Luati. What happened here? Okay, maybe an Arab got married to an Sindhi, and then they got mixed. Sindhi Khoja, Khojas, wherever. Anyways, sorry, I don't mean to want to get anyone into trouble, but talking too much here does, like bringing secrets out and madness, right? It's madness out of control. What can I do? God knows what is in our hand and what is destiny. Like I used to think about that too. So, oh God, make, I even remember the quotes. Make me pass way. Make me pass this way. Sorry, it's really weird going funny here with me. My English and all. Feel like I'm spellbound. Make me pass this way, like once, and whatever good I can do. And another thing is, right? You know this quote? How many of you know this quote? There's hardly anyone here. It's only me. मैं और मेरी तन्हाई. So I like it alone like this. You can watch this later on. Whoever is interested, I get watchers. And yeah, know the difference. The serenity. So may I change the things? I can. So I used to read this, right? To know the difference. So in my house, some issues, things I couldn't change. And then my aunt told me, just let it be, right? So that then I had to look away from there and start seeing where I can make the changes. And the best change I can make in my sanity, but I lost my sanity. So the best change I can make is in myself. Now, another thing happened is that we never used to say anything to the Sunnis, who whatever they said against us in Pakistan, we never used to answer them. Only Allama Rashid Turabi said that someone had made this flyer of Bibi Sughra, Imam Hassan's daughter, one of the daughters of Imam Hassan, and this, and so, but he, on this he spoke. Now, I had to speak against uh, the ones who were now really bomb blast in our Imam Barkas and lives taken. So then I thought I would make this group on Facebook, as I have made a group for my condition, my case, campaign against distance mind control. And it was very dangerous. I was being threatened that we would kill this, or we would destroy this person, or we will harm this person if they help you. So then I removed the group campaign against my distance mind control, or what was it initially? Facebook. So that's why Understanding Shia Islam group I've made on when I was in Karachi now. So the Sunnis, inviting the Sunnis to come and understand Shia Islam. And like bomb blasts, and our Shias are being killed like every other week. In some month, or what was it? It was terrible, and I was in this condition. I could barely get up. So this is the serenity prayer. And if anyone is going to say that she's saying this, and someone questioning me like Dennis here, but wouldn't question his Christians because he thinks he has what? Why wouldn't you question your Christians for talking against Islam? Huh? And this nerve-wracking thing that you're getting moderate Muslims also, by wanting to get, if you're wanting to get the extremists or what, or all the Muslims to change, even Lubna to change her religion. Christian Prince, I felt, was very manipulative on this, criticizing Lubna. So her response, and I was afraid, that recently she said GoFundMe to protect her, and I couldn't get, like, I haven't even uh, right now when I, you see, this is the problem when I think of like the, oh God, okay, got me now. So when I think of like buying a card or something to feed my, and then to kind of, okay, it's like they've got me, yeah, like this, it happens, you can't see it. But, no, no, there are times when I really, like now I have to do my garbage thing or something really immediate, urgent, and I can't. It's no, no, it's not. But if I want something, no, no, for myself, no, it's not like that at all. Uh, but yeah, but it's a struggle. It's very painful when my stock is finishing, and now you see, I hardly have food, so I'm surviving since yesterday on like snacks. Can't even get up like to have a sandwich or something. Don't have the like, but I'm hungry. Trying on this. Oh God, give us courage to change what must be altered, serenity to accept what cannot be helped, and insight to know the one from the other. The prayer also was quoted from Richmond Times Dispatch. So, I was told that someone was saying that and then when I confronted this friend of mine, she said, no, I never said something like this. That she gives advice and all this, and so I give myself wisecracks, and if I failed, that's chasing after goodness. I've tried to make a poem, right? So people judge you so harshly. I don't know, like of someone who came for advice, I would give her the best advice, and then I told her not to go with this man, um, because she wanted to leave her husband, and I gave her the best advice I had, and I got it from my the husband. You didn't tell me. No, she had told me keep it a secret, and she confided in me, and I told her, no, no, don't leave your husband and your children and this man we don't know. And although she said, no, no, he loves me, and I trust him. So, so then I got it from the husband. But I gave her my best advice. Now, I don't know, later on, I might also divorce my husband or run away and go with another man, even if I have children with him. But at that time, what I felt was the best advice to give her. I gave her the best sincere advice. But later on, and then would she say that, look, she told me then not to run away with this man, leave your husband and your children like this. And then she's done it herself. Yeah, I can't promise you anything. I just give myself words and all this. Like But I don't know. I don't even promise myself like, okay, I give myself the word. That's less of a promise, you know. So like thou shalt not disrespect thy principle at any cost. But you see, I've come less in year 2000. No, and even before that, like she um called me Khilji and all this, judging me so hard. Anyway, what judging me so hard and all this? So yesterday, because I said something on, I remembered. So what's this? You know, we forget the word we have said to ourselves. Not a promise, not a vow. Less than. Or if you think giving yourself, giving others your word is a promise, okay, less than that, what do you call it? Can't find a word for that. Like I tell myself, you know, I'll try not to do this. I don't promise myself. So I thought of hitting myself. But you see, the hitting, my mother, or taking a hanger now last night and hitting myself. You think these punishments, yeah, it will subdue me. And madness, like Rumi has said, tie my hands, but my heart has gone crazy. Tie my hands. But these people, of course, now it's Christian Prince. What can I expect from these Christians? Like Christian Prince and Sam Shaman. Tie my hands, Rumi. So I am lost for words. All the where's Shahram Shivaji's? The Rumi says like, you know, my heart has gone crazy, and I can't even find it. My heart that's gone crazy. I am. It's my heart. But this shouldn't happen. That our hearts should go crazy. I had a childhood emotional attachment to a teacher. I said tie his hands or tie him. What's that? Tie up his feet, but it's my heart that's tie up his feet. But it's my heart that's gone crazy. All this rope around my feet. What's the use? So on punishment, right? If you're going to punish someone with the rod, Jahram Shiva, all this sugar, what's the use? You say, hurry, tie up his feet. But it's my heart that's gone crazy. All this rope, what's the use? PDF file, huh? Oh, so, okay. Where is it? Where is it? Bring me. So you see, these punishments, they really don't work. They might work to subdue the person. The lover is ever drunk with love. He's mad. She's free. Yeah, no, no, no. I don't believe in love. But I'm just giving you this. Since I spoke about it, it's on his website, Shahram Shivaji, and now we can even download this. A true lover doesn't follow any one religion. Be sure of that. Since in the religion of love, there is no, oh, I used to one time, I remember, love is my religion, but I don't take love. And then I thought about it, and you should not make love a religion, ever. There is no irreverence of faith when in love. Body, mind, heart, and soul don't even exist. This has not happened to me. Rumi says this should happen. Come this, fall in love, and you will not be separated again. So this failed to happen to me. I thought it was true love. So my body, mind, heart, and soul should not exist, should vanish. I am in love. All this advice. What's the use? I have drunk poison. All this sugar. What's the use? You say hurry, tie up his feet. But it's my heart that's gone crazy. All this rope around my feet. What's the use? And so, isn't it enough? Like, can I show you more on the on Christianity now? So I showed you. Look how these Christians. Uh, there's so many lies and of course, yeah, doc, Dr. Faw from Mary Adelaide Leprosy Center, a doc in Karachi, Pakistan, spread all over Pakistan. Nook and corner, she went searching for lepers to treat them. I mean, it's just beyond me. I could, I couldn't do what my grand aunt, and yeah. So there are great Christians. All this is there, right? We acknowledge and salute humbly. I mean, I just if they can accept. But I have to talk about this, right? However, there are some great, yeah, charity, and there are some great Muslims too. But I haven't seen a person like Dr. Faw in the whole of Pakistan. And there are people when you go into the lepers colony, or they can really, if even if slightly when someone is emotional and angry, try to help them out, calm them down. You might get abused and all this, right? So you have to forget yourself in doing this. I thought about it. Like if you try to tell a mad person, bipolar or mania, someone at that time, oh, I know, you will get um, all sorts of, because it's very difficult to deal with such people. It's not their fault. So we shouldn't blame them. Sorry, my stomach, because, since yesterday, it's been making these noises. Since yesterday, it's making these growling. You see, the Christians themselves say that this, in what is in Luke 19, in the beginning verse, that this is a prophecy from Zechariah that Jesus Christ fulfilled. So he becomes the king, right? Then I went to Zechariah 9, sorry, 9. And I saw that he hasn't fulfilled. He's saying that Jerusalem, you will cry. He cried for Jerusalem, and then this will happen against you. But God here is saying in Zechariah 9, rejoice greatly, daughter Zion. Shout in like ecstasy or what rejoicing. Daughter Jerusalem, be jubilant, right? See, your king comes to you, righteous. So this will be Jerusalem's king. And Jesus said they didn't, Jerusalem, you did not recognize me. But Zechariah 9 doesn't say that Jerusalem will not recognize the king. And what Jesus said about against Jerusalem, Zechariah 9 doesn't say that. So it doesn't match the other parts of Zechariah 9 prophecy, don't match with what Jesus has said here. When even like, okay, on the donkey he entered Jerusalem, but Luke 19 doesn't match with Zechariah 9. All the verses like I showed you before on this. This shows that Jesus was a liar. He lied to the Jews of that time, and he did it in such a cunning way. To me, this shows, and I would be with the Jews, but not the Jewish. What I just mean to say is that the position of the Jews of that time, I agree to, who did not accept Jesus as the Messiah or even Christ or even a priest, their rabbi. He could not be considered a liar. He's trying to show he's the Messiah above the rabbis and all that. Can't even fit a rabbi, a liar, who look at how he's deceived them. So the standing, I should put it this way, the standing of the Jews of that time is correct. And so, according to the Jewish law, what should happen to this liar who is calling himself a Messiah? And the Quran also has blamed the Jews for wanting to kill Jesus Christ. So I'm not with the Quran either, right? So now I can look at it and see where. Not that if there was no Quran, if there was no Islam, where will Christianity be? If there was no Shia, where will Islam be? I'm not saying that. I'm just taking one thing at a time and saying this, right? So I'm not with the Muslims either, at all, against Islam completely. Uh, Bind him hand and foot and cast him into the outer darkness, right? Luke, no, this is Matthew 22. The king was angry, trying to show the Christians this is what Jesus Christ has said. And this king is not a bad, cruel king. This is actually a king who is for God, sovereign God, self appointed, maybe. Sometimes he can't, even though this king did not appoint himself, only did appoint himself, he has something from God. And there is no democracy. Do you see in the Judaism, in all that? But they have integrated with the secular system so much so. See, the Jews are not saying anything against the Muslims like the Christians are saying. So I'm not going to go into that. That's not. I'm just saying, look at the lies of these Christians. Since they are saying this, whoever says, and making fun of the Muslims and going against them, then or abrogations and Allah abrogating and all this. This is, yes, very strange. It is unacceptable. And the word meaning changing in the Quran and all this, I agree. I'm against all that. And this is my, so I choose this way of, proper. So where the Christians are wrong and where they are completely dubious. And I found Jesus Christ diabolically lying, changing the Judaism, lying to them. Zechariah, I mean, are we fools or what? So, like they say, like Christian Prince also said, religion is such an addiction, blind faith following. But it is also dubiousness. Watch this is, I have to touch this. I have to touch the meaning of this, right? Hesitating, not to be relied upon, suspicious, dubious, crafty, like Jesus Christ was. And the Jews, thank God, saw, the ones who saw through him, thank goodness, crafty. Look how he's tried to change his scriptures, and the Islam is blaming the Jews so much for distorting their scripture, maybe even more than the Christians. I think the spotlight is on the Jews all the time in the Quran ayats, but the Quran doesn't see this. Allah is blind. This Allah is blind. This Allah didn't see that Jews, at least in this, are innocent. Didn't Prophet Muhammad himself say, kill those who change their religion, who blaspheme against him? We're supposed to first kill them. What penalties for them? Right? So this Allah even is unjust. Forget the Christians and the Jews on this are right. These poor Jews on this were blamed. I can blame the Jews on the Exodus, and then they blame it on Jezebel and all this if they have the Old Testament, like what the Christians have taken from their books. This Jesus was a liar, crafty. So the Jews who saw against this, not that I'm for the Jewish religion, I'm just saying on this point, they are innocent. And moreover, in the Quran, that they killed their own prophets and all this. Yeah, from the same nation, but not the Jews themselves killing. And so I will, it doesn't like, oh, I don't need any. I hope not in this case. I need true people, honest people, and I can't trust any of these Christians or these Hindus and these Muslims. Humanity has gone. At least Abdullah Hashim, I hope he comes up to. But freedom for ex-Muslims, what about that? And those who suffered, where was Imam Mahdi? Abdullah Hashim. The Muslims, all of them are going to hell, even the 12 Shia. They were not with this true Mahdi. They don't have that. Where's that? Abdullah Hashim has just shown it in the video, like from far. I'm trying to search for the will of Prophet Muhammad. And where's the true Quran, Abdullah Hashim? Crafty scheme, Kyle. And this is what please, what it is doing to me. See this, what is hurting? Let's do Moji. So you have been betrayed. So you feel there are crafty, horribly unjust people on religion also against the way they say things against each other's religion. So this pure awareness. Just who is shocked? Ultra shocked. This ultra shocked. So I have to time and again sit myself down and say, who is hurting so much? Who is in perpetual nervous shock while they go on hurting people? You see how the Christians are. It's Jesus Christ. So Lem is Rabla. Now I can't just say, right? So I'm just trying to figure out things, but if you're going to come here and call me a liar and this and that wouldn't do, right? I can tell you that yes, I lie and all this, but just see this, right? And you have been lied to by the Christians and the Muslims. So by Christianity and by Islam and the leader and founder of Islam, What about that? You have been lied to, also on Islam. So I can go blue in the face, but these Christians, like Adam Seeker and Apostate Allah and Christian Prince and these, they shamelessly going on, shamelessly. And they've written books and all this. And they are being called legends. You see what a devil of a world it has become. And it was like this, perhaps, from the very inception, because their leader, Jesus Christ, was a liar. And so he came. Do you think the Jews are going to spare him? Now they have integrated and they've made the Christians are not killing the Jews anymore for, oh, you killed Jesus Christ, you killed Jesus Christ, you crucified him, you remained complicit also at those Jews. They're not doing that, of course. And the Jews are in they've integrated. Now tell me, can can in this arena, this should the Christians integrate with the court secular system? Hmm? Corinthians 1, chapter 6, verses 1 to 8. Is this an order or is just, Jesus Christ has come, taken all your the things, sins, and hmm? So yeah, there. I wouldn't even actually being a Pakistani from my mother's side and being brought up. I would tell the Pakistanis that you badbakhti hai tum log mein, no integrity or anything. Give the talking about Palestine and this, but you yourselves, where were you? Go back to your from where you came from, Mughals, or who were you? Go back to your roots. Go back to your lands. Muhammad bin Qasim came and he's in your history. What did he do? He conquered Pakistan, Sindh. Hmm? That's okay. So if the Jews even conquered uh, conquered Israel, you say that's not okay. Pakistani. Hmm? Give due right and be honest. Give the due to where it is due, with due respect, with due honesty. Pakistanis, Pakistan is not your land, neither is Kashmir. So if you want to join the pro Palestine, and if I have to be called a B, like bitch, Lubna has been called Lubna. Ah, look at this, right? Lubna. Indeed. A post from Lubna. Oh, Libna. Uh, oh, here I must show you Lubna. So, oops, sorry. YouTube. Oh, I should show you the post here. Where is it? How do you? I'm still to this new. At humanity first. I can't stand men abusing or disrespecting women, no matter what. Who's this low, vulgar, despicable man? I would put him behind bars. Crime. Candid with Lubna. 17. Oh, it was at that time. Thanks all. I'm overwhelmed by the support people have shown from all over the world. of all races and faiths. This shows I've been successful in my mission to unite us all. The good apples, extremism, uh, and all, right? As you can see, I'll just give screenshot below it. Below that the live extremists are spreading fake news about me. So just to make it very clear, I have never supported any war and have always prayed for peace and the innocent people on all sides, right? Safety and protection. This Lubna saying, Lubna has on my channel, I created an inclusive and diverse environment where people from all races and faiths came and had their say. Sadly, the extremists wanted me to discriminate against people of certain faiths and countries, which is the opposite of what my channel was about. Lastly, I will always give an update using one of my official social media accounts, mostly YouTube. Please see bio for it. Thanks all again for your continued support. Skip. So if anyone claims to know me or give an update on that channel, then no, it is not from me. Okay, this is important now. Thanks all again for your continued support. Because of you all, I know that there are good people out there. Yeah, I also have to think about this and consider this, that there are good people out there, but these Christians are less than these extremists. We have our extremists, but they can also, I'm afraid that they can also, the Christian Prince and all, try to push people, bully people to leave Islam and say things. It's a soft way, manipulation, maneuvering. This is also dishonest way, but it's not done like these stupid extremists. So, can you read this? Because I cannot. Oh, we should be behind bars. See, in my country, but now we have social media. But if they saw something and this person was living in my country, he would be fined and thrown in jail. And I can't read this. Sorry. So can you read it? Can you see it? Oh, I just started. Okay, sorry. Okay, who is angry? Going back to Muji Baba style. Thank you, Muji Baba. But I can't remain in this all the time. And I come out getting angry still, feeling angry. And really gone case now. So what's your game, Christians, here on YouTube? Hmm? Hmm? You take this girl picture or thing. So the American president. You see, Christian Prince is like this, the American president. What? I'm more angry at the Christians. The Audi. I would be surprised if this for the last years, Christian Prince has suggested that being Muslim, if I could turn this certain extent about hypocrisy, Lubna's hypocrisy, and what coward. Although okay, so I'd love to change it to Christian Prince. American isn't. America's advanced citizenship. Then you can stand up and sing about the land of the free. We have serious problems to solve, Christian Prince, and serious people to solve them. Not psychos like you. Sydney Ellen Wade has done nothing to you. Candide Lubna has done nothing to you, Christian Prince. She has done nothing but put herself through school, represent the interests of the British. She has put her life at risk. To tell Rob Christian to show his face, what a coward, Christian Prince. Your own Christian doesn't show his face. Those, he was saying some years back, oh, I wouldn't want my family to be in trouble. And those not give an inkling of clue. Although he said, has he said which Arab country is from? Making me feel guilty, huh? I mean, of course, people like me feel guilty. You see this game, Christian game on YouTube. Rob Christian. Call Rob Christian a coward, a hypocrite. In Takia, Shia. Hmm? No, no, no. You know what? I've realized. I've seen these about my mother's case, my case. You see? And so I know that this family will never cry. This so Christian Prince and Rob Christian seem to be from this family. This family. You see, my mother's family. Uh, May God keep all of these people safe. The narcissist, the covert narcissist. They won't ever cry. We don't have these Christians. Time like silent stares with no apologies. Lady, 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 lady. Song. If I think I'm going to, I said on Facebook, now Christian Prince should be crying. Wait, what did I share here? How much? Go down. Why are these Indians lying? My father's safe in Pakistan and all this. And thank God we've got Laila Apostate talking for Lubna, Candide with Lubna bullied into silence. Very good. So happy, so grateful. I cannot say how grateful I am to see this. This is wonderful. What a lady. So there's another one. There are good people in this world, ex Muslims, who have, I think this one, I hope now the Christians don't go after this one and make her. I don't think she does live streaming like me, and bully her into a manipulate and maneuver her into this. The Imam's daughter, she gave this, and I found out from apostate Layla, um, from YouTube. I can't find my, again, so many things I share on my profile. Pakistan, India. Why do the Indians lie so much? CP and his Christians, how clever you are. How sagacious. I Need Poison by Khalil Gibran. Extracts I had written because I had the book by Khalil Gibran. A Nabi was carried to his miserable mother, who, upon seeing the lifeless body of her only son, I'll show you this later. Christian prince should be crying, candid with Lubna. Christian prince should be leaving YouTube, quitting on manipulating Muslims to leave Islam. Lubna, check my live stream. It's the end of Christian prince. Oh, I can't show you this. It's on Facebook. So, covert narcissist, you can't win a covert narcissist. Christian prince is not going to cry and leave because a covert narcissist doesn't cry, doesn't even grieve. Covert narcissist just hates it when you say something against him, his ego, and then he says against other people's ego. They're bringing their ego in and all this. Let's put it this way. A covert narcissist doesn't grieve, Zahra. Should have known this from childhood. But when I was a child, there was nothing, no internet, nothing. Not even mobile phones. There were landlines and trunk calls. And the TV was black and white. He doesn't feel sorry. He doesn't feel any shame, anything. How is he going to cry? You will commit suicide in the end. The biggest thing you grieve after, a covert, a narcissist, or where was that? And they offer you no support when you grieve a loss. What do they know about someone's loss? So these people are heartless. I just admire, love Nelly the Narc. Her voice is so soothing. Oh, she's a sister, Nelly the Narcissist. Oh, I know narcissists will never win. I, Nelly, narcissists don't grieve, they do this instead. Oh, it's from Lisa. Hey, Romano, I've seen her videos coming on my homepage, YouTube feed or homepage after a long time. See, narcissists don't grieve. So what will Christian Prince do? I'm wondering. Because he's a covert narcissist. And these Christians, Adam Seeker, Sam Shaman, and all this, what will they do? They could send the thugs here to parasites. They're like, questioning. They will deflect. They will, all these tactics like Dennis used against me, taking advantage because I easily get distracted and I want to see what the other person is saying. Before, I didn't care what the other person was saying as long as I knew I was doing the right thing and that love had rights, right? I felt, and there was a bond that is beyond blood and nail. We say nahun. The blood is like your your blood relations are like your nails. So in love, beyond love has rights. That's why I did with Mr. So whatever for love, and because I believe love had rights. It was like a mother. I couldn't see her leave, closing her door on me, because not because I had an ego. Because if you've loved your mother and she closes the door on you, oh, and if we can rectify, and I would have told her that, Mr. Sa, sorry, I did tell you that I'll bring the stars down for you. Yeah, and I don't listen to you coming to your car and all this. You say no and wanting to hold your bag. So as long as, but yeah, I did say, but so she told me that you said you can bring down the stars for me, but you're not even listening to me here. So yeah, I did that. That is my fault, and in that passion or in that belief of love, I can bring down the stars for me. Like my father once came from Singapore and said that if you loved Allah and Ahlul Bayt like this, they would come down for you. Allah would come down. My father was saying this when he came from Singapore. Like you love your teacher, but daddy, on the other hand, you say that it's no, no, no. There's no way that you can meet Imam Hussein or anyone or see his face. एक झलक मिल जाए Hussein ki. It's written a poem that if I can get a glimpse of Hussein, my life, whatever. So this, you see, so these are the kind I'm showing you, and I hope you can make out that these Christians, like Christian Prince, and I don't, they rot. Um, they rot. So, honeyed poison. Now I'm going. You see, no doubt these Muslims who do this, these extremists, they should be. Nabi was carried to his miserable mother. This by Khalil Gibran extracts. Nabi was carried to his miserable mother, who, upon seeing the lifeless body of her only son, lost her sanity in shock and soon joined him in eternity. Susan was led slowly into her home, wavering between faltering life and grasping death. As Father Estefan reached his home under bent shoulders, he fastened the door, adjusted his reading glasses, and in a quivering whisper commenced reading to himself the message, what I have seen in Christian Prince and all these Christians on YouTube. Reading to himself the message he had taken from the head of the departed Nabi. My dearest friend Nabi, I must leave. My dear friend, Christian, my friend. Oh, my dearest friend Nabi, I must leave this village of my fathers for my continued presence in casting upon you and upon my wife and upon myself. You are my continued presence is casting misery. How do I miss this? I eat this up upon you and upon my wife and upon myself. You are noble in spirit, my friend, my Muslim friends. And scorn the betrayal. See, I'm not say F and these words. I just call you Muslims potatoes and all this. See how consistent, how great I am. But I will not say it. There will be someone else saying it, and I will act humble. I say, no, 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 don't say that. Those Christians are doing maybe better than me, and in their own way, they are great. My friend, a Muslim, come, you are noble, and the sister Lubna, come see what the Christian prince has done to you. No, no, I'm now not angry at these. I am angry at the extremists, but not so much as I'm angry at Christian prince and the Christians with them doing this to Lubna. So you see where it has started, and now she quit. You know, this in mind control and all this distance mind control. You put your and then you threatened, but actually, you see, no, you delete the. I delete. I was like making pages of my principal, deleting it and all this. I've become like a mad person. They make you distance mind control. It's the will of these people, even Christians. I tell you that these Muslims. You think these Muslims are going to listen? Like the way Christian Prince, yeah, he convert. But now where he convert UK, what he do? You know, the more we do this, the more we hold UK is Paki Muslim UK. How shall I say it? They say Londistan. How shall I say for UK? Huh? I know also that the true love, yeah, this is a style, and I cannot struggle longer. My friend, the mighty will of God. Mighty will of God. You have been my sins, my friend. Come here. Tell Susan. So this style, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but if I can change it, then it will take some time. No, no, no. But I have to show you. And I'm leaving for distant end. This and that. Faris. Okay. Father Stefan folded the letter, returned it to his pocket. I've kept all the what the Christian princess said about Lubna and this and that. Why do you think we have more terrorist extremists now than ever before? Even though Christian Prince claims to be. If this style is not taken, then you will not be able to, with the iron rod, you are supposed to convert these, break them and dig them. You see what excuse he used, what brilliant. Said long. So Father Estefan returned. I also sailed along and deep in a great ocean of contemplation. But I couldn't do it recently. It just came very fast from the force. From all my learning, all the wisdom I gathered. And after wise and intense meditation, he stood up suddenly, as if he had found between the plaited folds of his intricate thoughts a delicate and horrible secret, disguised with diabolical fineness, my friend, and wrapped with elaborate cunning, my friend. He cried out, Father Esteban cried out, how sagacious you are, Christian prince. How massive yet simple is your crime. You sent to Lubna honey blended with fatal poison and death in a letter. By the Muslims, of course, extremists. And when Nabi pointed, and when Lubna quit, and the weapon on her heart was your finger, Christian Prince, that discharged the missile. And it was your will that engulfed her quitting. How clever you are, Christian Prince. But this will fall on deaf ears. Christian Prince doesn't have a heart. He will never blame himself. He will never sit in contemplation because his parents brought him up to be a covert narcissist. And a covert narcissist never does that, like Christian Prince. Nothing pricking him, no conscience. And he talks about Jesus Christ, like Sam Shaman, and against Prophet Muhammad and Islam. Yes, I am totally against Prophet Muhammad and Islam. And I'm totally against those. I'm against those, any man who abuses a woman or mistreats her or disrespects her. But I'm not Hatun Tash even with Adam Seeker. See? So Christian Prince could have made even the Catholic Pope. He returned quivering to his chair. Shake, and you called Abdullah Hashim the Antichrist, Christians? He returned quivering to his chair, shaking his head and combing his beard with his fingers and upon his lips. Christian Prince. I don't sound like Christian Prince, but what a devilish laugh. Appeared a smile whose meaning was more terrible than the tragedy itself. He opened his prayer book and commenced reading and pondering, and at intervals he raised his head to hear the wailing and lamentation of the women coming from the heart of the village of Tula. And you know, I would have committed suicide recently. Those by the holy Siddhas of Lebanon. Because not because of Muslims, not because of these Muslims, because of Christians here, Christians. And what would they have said? Ah, such. And what in Christianity? Luther movie? Suicide. Oh, I should search it again. Hmm? So what a weak person. She committed suicide, huh? Luther on suicide. M. Bird, NYC, New York City. I think Luther saying something on suicide. It shook, like, look at this, right? The Christians, the way they go on and have no regard for their religion, even. Look at how, like, Jesus has lied to the Jews of his time and the people of his time. I don't know how he got 12 disciples then. And of course, like in, if you say that the Catholic priests, saints gave their lives, right? Like Saint Lawrence, turn me around, I'm roasted here, well done here. So yes, and many have given, but in John the Ark, he says, People give their lives. Imam Hussein's Shias at that time in Karbala, but they didn't let go like Peter let go of Jesus Christ. Their children gave, his children, his grandchildren, his nephews, not grandchildren, his nephews gave lives there. Minor. John, John of our people give their lives. So someone saying, I would never give my life for religion and all this, who knows? However, I think David Wood was saying that our saints and all, so many of them believing in, or whose video was it that, why would, if Christianity was false, then why would so many, how much they suffered in during the, I think the wartime, the Muslim, Spanish, okay, or where the Christians suffered through and through, right? How they were tortured in such terrible ways. But here we have, but it's in all religions. John the Ark, people. I was thinking of being like this, right? Ex-Muslim. If they like some Egyptian ex-Muslim lady, how they took her life, like, and I'm like, you don't back out, you don't get scared. They might rape you. These Muslim extremists, they might harass you. They might bring someone, tell you all this, like send someone here. That's why I said, because there's no one here to help me. Then after all, I got so tired. Like in my madness, I had to say, Dubai is about this. Right? John the Ark, John of Ark, John of Ark, sorry, John. People give their lives for what they believe in. So I can't remember it, I have to search out. Every man gives his life for what he believes. Every woman gives her life for what she believes. Sometimes people believe in little or nothing, and so they give their lives to little or nothing. One life is all we have, and we live it as we believe in living it, and then it's gone. So it is. What's the whole quote from Goodreads? Thank you. It is more terrible, but to surrender who you are and to live without belief. I don't believe in that. I don't believe, is more terrible than dying, even more terrible than dying young. John of Arc, right? So, of course, every man gives his life for what he believes, whatever faith he's in, whether tortured, tormented to no extent, yet they never left the religion. But now, Dr. David Wood would say that Islam has taqiyya, and you can say that, okay, you've left the religion, right? Yeah. And these Christians who were tortured by the Moors or the Spanish Inquisition, in the also this, right? No, sorry, that's the Christians doing something to them. When did the Muslims in Spain? I've forgotten now. So wherever the Christians were tortured, put in boiling water first, like this and that, from uh, this cart, right? And they're going to go into the boiling water slowly, right? And there's a rope, they're hanging them. Imagine. And they did not use taqiyya, Christians. Yes, yes, yes. They didn't use taqiyya. We have considered all these things. And I've looked at this. I was like, wow, yeah. But when you look at and very helpful, Dr. For something beyond my imagination of Mary Adelaide Leprosy Center in Pakistan, Karachi, especially where she started Sindh, Karachi. and German, or where, German lady, and then Sister Gertrude, German lady, not even from Goa, Catholic, coming from Germany, and now Pakistani Muslims wanting to go into Europe and all that, right? So, but what I saw here, I mean, so there's this thing of belief, and the Christians went beyond. Like they didn't use takia. That's true. I agree with Dr. David Wood on that. But sorry, I cannot agree here with Dr. David Wood on this, that Jesus Christ has not lied and is a true Messiah and prophet. Sorry, a true Messiah and a true Christ, Son of God. Academic, see, like I said, I would get angry at the Shias, but not the Sunnis. I will blame the Shias. Now, I should, not the Sunnis. I mean, there comes a time when my Shia, I was a Shia, and look what you have done. So instead of blaming the Sunnis and academically, please see what you have done. I would blame you. And I totally disagree with Abdullah Hashim that Prophet and his family suffered and all this. They made others suffer, and that was the blowback the Mahdi Hassan says, right? Come on. If you see Safiya, if you see Safiya being raped, your mother, if she had a child, this is what Abu Sufyan saw when they had promised the Jews that they would help them. They couldn't help them. There was a Khandak built trench. How this man went, Prophet Muhammad, and you expect that they should not retaliate ever once they get the power. You see, here I'm pressed down. Once I get the power, don't tell me the court system might say 20 years your case, you can't go back to that. I wanted to what they did to me, what Zoom they did to me. You see, I I told Irfan also, Pakistani, on YouTube, on Yahoo Messenger, where these people. I said I'm going to come after you the moment I get up. I get the power. I'm not going to leave you. I'm going to go after each and every one of them. So you think Abu Sufyan is innocent, Muawiyah is innocent, Yazid is innocent. Who made them? Prophet Muhammad made them like that. Before, they were living in peace. They had these skirmishes, then that's also coming from the Muslim side history. What history of Jews have been left? Or maybe there were some Jews using taqiyya. They had to use taqiyya before Allah obliterates your faces. On one hand, there's no compulsion in religion. On the other hand, Surah 4, ayat 47, Abdullah Hashim, how do you, he's with the family, Mahdi, come here, answer, a riser of Mahdi. Look at my live streams that I've done on Yazid and Hussein, Zainab and Yazid, huh? Jawaria and Prophet Muhammad. Read in detail. You're taking it from the family when the Prophet himself, tell me about Surah Tahrim, Ayat 1. You think that my mother would, okay, there was a Christian whose mother, I think it was Joan of Arc, right? Mother was raped, father was killed in front of her. Which Christian lady who was then became a nun or So, and then she was a human rights advocate and all this human activist. Yes, she didn't take revenge. But you see, for how many years Prophet Muhammad took their fadak, their oasis, Jews' oasis, went to their land, took their land over. No, you're not supposed to do that. Prophet Muhammad did a lot of zulm. And that's why he is the one, and Hussein got it. But sorry, he's the one who made Yazid, who was in the making of Yazid, Prophet Muhammad, Muawiyah. Why did Imam Hassan remain quiet? Huh? Even the Shias accept this, right? That Imam Hassan. Yes, Imam Hassan was killed by poison, they say. And then Imam Hassan ibn Ali. Hmm? So please, Abdullah Hashim. And where's the Imam? Imam is supposed to be there for these girls who have been misused in mutta and all this. Uh, uh, and now you have come, or saying the Imam is, you are the riser, you are the riser, you are the successor of Imam Mahdi. And Hamad Hassan was a successor of Prophet Muhammad and his family, and nonsense that you have said. Abdullah Hashim, sorry, I have to, too much, too much. Where were you? Where were you when the Baha'i Bab had met and the Iranian Shias wanted to take his life? Huh? Where was the Imam to save him, to save the Bab? He thought he had met the Imam. So much persecution, Muslims persecuting each other and killing each other. And you're saying those Muslims who kill each other were enemies, right? Of Prophet Muhammad. Wait a minute. You're saying that, and again, that drama is going on by Abdullah Hashim. So you see what, okay, even the Shias, when some of the Shias objected to Imam Hassan here. Imam Hassan sat and ate Muawiyah's money, Caliphate of Hassan. Ali was assassinated by the Kharijite. Hassan was subsequently acknowledged. Some Shia reports that Ali also designated Hassan as his Waliul Amr, okay, authority command and all this. And in his inaugural speech of the great mosque of Kufa, I'm of the family of Prophet Muhammad, whom God has removed filth and whom he has purified, whose love he has made obligatory in his book, when he said, whosoever performs an act, good act. Ali killed Amr, his father's friend, for what? Not because of the Jews doing anything. Amr Abdwood, crimes committing. Read multilingual Quran, tafsir, the history. On faith and faithless people. War. Now Abdullah Hashim, you've come with peace and this and that. This was not the case at that time. Also, with your Prophet Muhammad, that you say Sallallahu Alaihi, like the Shia say. Huh? I am of this. What shall increase the good in it? Performing a good act is love for us. Yeah, love for us. And the family of Prophet Muhammad. Family of Prophet. And no love for anyone but the family of Prophet. That is the good only. No care, nothing. Mutta doing and killing and all this nonsense happening. And where are you taking the history from? These devils, Ahlul Bayt, conflict with Mawiya the first. Having been at war with Ali, Mawiya, I did not recognize. Even Imam Hassan went against Imam Ali. Why are you fighting Mawiya at the Battle of Siffin or where? Imam Hassan had, when he was not the Imam, when his father was the Imam, Ali. There's a history from the Umayyad side, and you're going to say, or the enemies of Islam side. And they call themselves Muslims. So he marched Jazirat Maskin and Mawiya. I also corresponded concurrently. Mawiya the first also corresponded with Hassan, urging him to give up his claim to the caliphate. Jafri suggests that he might have hoped. Now, who's Jafri to suggest? Where's the true account of this? Suggests that he might have hoped to force Hassan to abdicate or attack the Iraqi forces before they were fortified. God could not even protect these Iraqi forces. Muawiyah the first might have believed that Hassan would remain a threat even if he was defeated and killed, since another Hashemite could, this evil progeny keeps on going. Like if you say the Muawiyah is the Abu Sufyan's evil progeny against Islam, then these are the evil ones against polytheists and their chiefs, whom they killed until they become Muslims, whom they killed if they don't become Muslims. So your grandfather did a great thing, good thing, killing, and now you're saying that the Christians have absolute freedom to practice their religion. I wish the Christians absolute freedom. I give the Jews absolute. Had not had absolute freedom at all. See Surah 4 ayat 47. And see the other ayats, go through them. Surah Tawbah ayats and Surah Hashar ayats. And the one I'm talking about from where? Gathered. Killing the polytheists. Then the Christians and the Jews also fell into polytheism in that category. And dhimmi and jizya and contradictions. So where shall I start and where shall I finish? And in the middle, the view of moment is similar. Yeah. So if Hassan abdicated in favor of Mawiya the first, he writes, such claims would have no weight. Okay. Then the letters revisit the succession of Muhammad. Hassan urged Mawiya the first to pledge allegiance to him with the same arguments advanced by Ali against Abu Bakr. What are the arguments? After Muhammad's death, Ali had said that if the Quraysh could successfully claim the leadership, because Muhammad belonged to them, then Muhammad's family was the most qualified to lead. Yeah. Read the Quran ayat that these Quraysh, who were the polytheists, couldn't even give water now to the pilgrims. Surah Tawbah ayat 19, is it? Because they did not make it equal to believing in Allah and the last day. What nonsense. And that is justified. Keep the caliphate with the Quraysh, and so Muslims were not aware of the merit. Okay, I don't know if this is coming from a Shia or not. Wrote that Muawiyah the first had no true merit in Islam and was no true merit in Islam, but Allah makes imams who invite you to the fire. Allah makes imams. Quran ayat. Can you please correct these Quran ayats that I have given for several years now here against Islam? And the violent ways of Allah, terrorizing and ways of Islam. In the Quran ayats we see against these polytheists, Christians, Jews, most. Huh? So where am I? I had no true merit. But then Imam Hassan, Joffrey comments that Muawiyah the first. But anyways, so what happened now? God had prescribed the jihad first creation and called it loathsome duty, Qur'an, referring to verse 2, Surah 2, Surah 2, Ayat 216 of the Quran. What? God had prescribed the jihad for his creation and called it a loathsome duty. Although you hate something, but it is good for you. Referring, huh? So there was this. God has taught Mawiya, and how is Mawiya coming now against Hassan? Hmm? Oh, they didn't get it right. I got it right. I got this as a Shia, and then I left. On that, I left Islam. Bribed by Mawiya. Who was bribed by Mawiya? There was no response at first, possibly because some tribal chiefs were bribed by Mawiya at first, and Hassan's companion. Now, God is not stopping the bribery. God is not giving Hassan the power. The one he's appointed as an imam, according to Shias, right? Hassan soon joined them and appointed Ubaid Allah. Ibn Abbas as the Hassan soon joined them. 12,000 men tasked with holding Muawiyah the first back to Muskin until the arrival of Hassan's main army. Then what happened? Muawiyah without a fight. And then what Madlang, who suggests that the choice of Ubaidullah indicates Hassan's peace intentions. Peace intentions because the former had earlier surrendered Yemen to Muawiyah the first without a fight. Peaceful. Quran ayahs go against this peaceful. So Hassan is building for against his brother Hussein, surrendering to Muawiyah peace here. What will happen? He didn't have foresight. The eldest brother of Imam Hussein, Hussein didn't have the foresight. What is he doing? He's paved the way for Karbala. Oh my goodness. If you Shias can't see it, sorry. I don't know which reason, what nonsense you give to me. It's not Mavia. Hassan should have fought Mavia till the end. What peace? When Allah has appointed Hassan as Imam, hmm? There can be no peace. They can't take the caliphate away. Allah should make sure. Peace. Where is peace in Islam? If they take the caliphate away, if they take the rightful, the haqq of Allah, snatching it away, shouldn't you fight them? Oh my goodness. The Umayyad era story. Actually, Imam Hassan giving in to Muawiyah for peace, 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 he paved the way for Yazid. And you left the harder pilgrimage for me, Hafiz says. Oh, Hassan, I would say, oh, Hassan, you left the harder pilgrimage for Hussein, right? In Karbala, that harder pilgrimage. So, come on, please. Who are you fooling, you Shias also? The Kufan vanguard arrived in Muskin. Then what happened? Treaty with Muawiyah. Yeah, this. Muawiyah the first now sent envoys to propose that Hassan abdicate in his favor to spare Muslim blood. Ah, to spare Muslim blood, yeah? Hassan abdicate to spare Muslim blood. Let me see. Surah Fat ayahs. Where are the Shias? Hmm? And where are the Muslims sacrificing? No, no, no. You can't, if you don't help him, honor him like grandfather, like the Imams, right? So Muslim blood is at stake. Where's God's help? No, no, when God appoints an Imam, God should see that every kind of attack against them should fail. So he is supposed to secure Muslim lives also, right? Imam Hassan should have that much power against Muawiyah and his whole army. लश्कर कुफ्फार है शाम का बाजार है लश्कर kuffar. If the whole world is lashkar means a grand group of disbelievers. So you would say Haider is fighting Imam Ali's title. The whole world, if he has to fight the whole world of disbelievers who come against him and his religion. I mean, his religion, and they are supposed to fight, not save. Now spare Muslim blood. So now the Shias have gone there. Look at what the history is giving them. Lame, Lalupanju history. Lame history. Spare Muslim blood. So when they are scared of do you think Islam says that if you are scared for your life, then don't fight the polytheists, right? Wait until you are powerful. Yeah, so this peace, let's say even if, doesn't Islam say that take your precaution and if you are few, no, Quran says if you are 10, one is equal to 10 kafirs or 100 kafirs. Quran doesn't say that, but a hadith. So, and Allah will send angels. Moreover, Allah sent angels also in Jang Badr aware. There were only 313. Look at this Lalupanju history, Islamic history, Shias. You should concentrate. Lalupanju. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to take a break. Sorry, this is too much for me. Thank you for your time and attention. I feel like